guys, it's Jasmine and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. Today I am going to be giving you guys my experience and a little bit of tips on my first semester at a university. So before I get started with this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment down below any video requests that you have for me. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, please. I asked nicely. I am trying to get to 100 subscribers and it would help me out a lot if you guys subscribe and share this video with all your friends. Also, don't forget to follow me on my social media. It is all linked down below. With that being said, let's get right on into the video. So, I don't think I ever talked about like my school experience. Oh, something in my eye. I don't think I ever talked about my school experience with you guys. So I know I mentioned it like in one of my old videos like from like a year ago, but I did a middle college program for my junior and my senior year of high school. What that means is that you are kind of dually enrolled in high school classes and college classes. You also have the option to omit taking a high school class for taking a college class, and you still get both credits. So it was a pretty cool experience. And with that experience, it allowed me, it allowed me to get my 2-year degree, my associate's degree, when I graduated from high school. Now, originally, I'm class of 2016, but I did not walk across the stage until 2017 because the program I was in allowed me to stay technically enrolled as a high school student for an extra year without taking any high school classes and just taking college classes, so that way I could finish the 2-year degree for free. So with that little bit of background, I basically went to community college for like 2.5-ish years. And, you know, I thought I was the stuff, you know, ooh, community college, you know, I'm in college, right? But this past semester, so fall of 2017, was my first semester at a real university. Let me tell you guys, it is totally different than community college. Now, community college is slightly different than high school, but university is different than community college. Like, they're different worlds, let me tell you guys. However, now I do not live on campus. I still live at home because the university I went to is close to my house. I did that so I, you know, save money. I didn't want to pay for all of the fees of living on campus. So I can't really give you guys that side of it. I can't give that experience of living on campus because I do not live on campus. But I can give you my experience on commuting to school every day, which is a pain in the butt. But yeah, so I guess that's the first thing I can talk about is commuting to school can be a pain. I feel like it would be so much easier, you know, if you live on campus, you're able to just kind of wake up a little bit later. For me, I live about 30 minutes from the university that I attend, and it's a hassle because, yes, your class, you know, it takes you 30 minutes to get there, but you're not going to leave 30 minutes before your class starts because you have to think about parking and also walking to your class, and it's a lot. So you end up leaving like an hour and a half before your actual class starts, and it's a pain in the butt. But it is what it is, and it's whatever. Another thing is the walking. I don't know if there are really big community colleges, but the one that I went to was like not that big. It had different campuses like across town or whatever, but like the central campus wasn't that big. It was literally just on a road. So like you have a long road and there's buildings just on the road. So you really don't have to like go anywhere else other than this one road. So you have all these different buildings on this one long road. University is like you just going on a hike. Like, there's so many stairs, and you gotta go outside to inside, go through this building, go through that way. You have to figure out how to get to where you need to get to from the parking deck, because the parking deck's not necessarily right next to where your building is. You gotta walk. There's a lot of walking, and there's a lot of getting lost, especially my first week. Gonna tell you guys a little story. So, my second day of school, I did not know where to park. So, I don't know what it was that I decided I was not going to look at a map, look anything up on where the parking decks were. I knew where one parking deck was, and that was it. I don't know what I was thinking, but second day of school, that parking deck was full when I got there. So I didn't know where to go. I was like, I have to go to class, just driving around. So I end up having to drive back behind the stadium, and that was so far when there's so many other parking decks that I could have parked at, but I just didn't make that far because I didn't know where I was going. So I parked all the way behind the stadium, and it took me 45 minutes to walk to my class. 45 minutes. Now my school does have these like little shuttle bus things, and there was a stop near where I parked at, but there's like 3 different colored buses. I obviously did not know how to use that. I still don't really know how to use it. I'll just walk. But I was like, I'm not getting on that and gonna get even more lost. So I walked. It took me 45 minutes to walk. Fun fact also, on my way back to my car at the end of my classes, it was raining. Didn't have an umbrella because it was sunny outside. So that's just a little tidbit of how I started out at the university, and I, was already upset. So with that story aside, I think one of the biggest differences from university to community colleges is that it is a lot harder. It's like, I think it's because, it's university, teachers actually seem to care. The community college I went to, I had so many teachers that did not care at all. At all. Like, they didn't care if you went to class, they didn't care if you did your work. I mean, obviously, it's not their problem, but you could still pass the class without really doing anything at all. At all. But at university, you have to go to class. Like, please go to class. Like, do not miss a day. You will fall behind. It will be the worst thing ever. Just letting everybody know. Right now, if you're going to start university soon, go to class. Go to class and do your work, because you will not pass. It's not an easy ticket out. It's not, no. Especially if you're transitioning from community college to a university and you kind of are like in that mentality like I was, like, oh, I already know how college is going to be. How much different can it be? It can be a lot different. Depending on how you, like, embrace community college. If you were the good student, went to class every day, did all your work, then you're probably good. But me, I was like, I saw that I could slack off, so I did. Cannot do that at university. Because another, like, side story, when I went to community college, I had a professor, I think it was a geography class. He never took attendance. So obviously I never went to class. His exams and, like, we didn't have homework. But anytime he gave a test, he would email it to us and tell us to email him the answers so he could grade it. So obviously you're gonna look up all the answers on the internet, and you get an A, and then you don't go to class. The only time I went to class was like the first week, and then the last day I took the final because it was in class. I passed that class. Do I know anything about geography? Absolutely not. Could I do that now? Definitely not. No. Another tip I have for you guys, and one of my experiences that I did not really embrace this past semester, was using your resources on campus. They have so many resources, like for tutoring and for just help that you need. They have so many different programs and workshops that I did not embrace, I did not look into at all, and I regret that for my first semester. However, coming into this next semester, I am definitely going to be looking into that stuff more, and definitely get tutoring earlier on, because when I finally decided I kind of needed some tutoring, it was closer to finals and there was no hope, kind of, because it was just kind of like, if you don't know it by then, you didn't get help before, it's kind of hard to get help at the end if you don't know anything, So use your resources. One of the biggest resources is your professor. Now, I know professors might seem scary, especially at university. They have so many students that a lot of them don't even know your name. And, that's fine. They have so many students that they can't know everybody's name. But talk to your professor. If you really are struggling and there is something, if you have questions, talk to your professor. And that goes into, like, finals time especially. talk to your professor throughout the semester, kind of build a relationship with them, and then when finals time comes around, you can ask for that little bit of help. You know, maybe they'll give you that little, you know, hint on something that you're gonna need to know on the final. Like, that is really, really helpful. Another like side story, I had a class this past semester, I took a biology class, and my teacher was tough. My professor was he was tough. He was really tough. This just shows that talking to your professor can change like life and change your grade. Although, like I said again, I did wait till like the very end to talk to him, but it still did help. So after my professor put in the final grades for like the final exam, everything, I was literally 0.5 points away from passing the class. So I had the biggest mental breakdown because I really thought I failed the class, but I emailed him. I emailed my professor and I was asking if there was, you know, if he was still putting in any other grades, if there was anything that I could do, like if I could do one more quick assignment to get that 0.5 points, or if there was an attendance or something he didn't put in. I asked. He emailed me back, and he was like grateful that I sent him the email because he probably would have never seen that my grade was 0.5 points away from passing. And he said he awarded me with a C. Because another thing about university, I think community college does this as well, they don't look necessarily at the percentage grade, it's the letter grade. So like if you have a 69.5, to the professor when they're putting in the like final grades into the school computer, like into the school website, it's gonna show that you had a D. It's not gonna show them that you had a 69.5 and you're 0.5 points away from getting a C. It's just gonna show them that D. Same with the C. So even if, you know, you had a 70, when anybody goes and looks at that, they're just gonna see a C. They're not gonna know if it's a high C or a low C. It's just a C. So that can be good and can also be bad. But again, like I said, talk to your professor and you can see how it goes. Some professors are nicer than others. Sometimes you're really mean and blah, blah, blah. But it does not hurt to talk to your professor. And the last, like, I guess this is kind of like a tip that I have for you guys, is to get involved in something on campus. Make friends, get involved. When I went to university, like my mindset was, I'm not making any friends, I'm not talking to anybody, I'm going to class, I'm going home, going to sit in the library, whatever, I'll be by myself. Now, I am a very like independent person, and that's like okay, I guess, for me, but I had to make friends. Like I was always sitting alone, and even then you get those people that like see you sitting alone and they know they have class with you and they'll come talk to you. So, you know, talking to people, making friends, and getting involved in something on campus, especially like, I know probably most universities, and like my university, we have like, I think it's like over 300 different organizations and like things you can get involved in. So there's definitely one for you. You could always try to start an organization or start, you know, some type of program at your school if there's not one that you like. But get involved. So I'm gonna make another video about like my experience so far in like sorority life. I did join a diversified Greek sorority and I am loving it. I love all of my newfound friends and sisters, and it's just been a great experience for me. And I would just really recommend that you get involved in something on your campus or wherever you're at, and it will really help your experience at university. That's really my like experience and a little bit of tips for you guys if you're going to be starting university, and I'm definitely going to take that with me in this next semester and know the things that I need to change. It's really a trial and error kind of thing. You know, you have to learn from your mistakes, and that's definitely what I am doing. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up and comment down below any other topics you guys want me to talk about. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and share this video with all your friends. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.